Welcome back. The Central Florida Navy League hosts various events throughout the year. To tell us more about the events, we will welcome back Tim Hill, President of the Central Florida Navy League. Welcome back, Tim.
Thanks, Fred, and thanks again for having me here today.
Can you tell me about some of the events that the Navy League has throughout the year, Central Florida?
Absolutely. And first of all, all these events tie back to our three imperatives: to educate, advocate, and support for the sea services. And I want to also make sure that everybody, all our viewers and listeners, understand that all these events are open to the public. We absolutely want more folks to get engaged and support what we're doing and get behind the movement. We do a bunch of events throughout the year. Chronologically, I'll kind of give it to you that we start with our socials every other month that are generally held over near the Research Park in the main campus area by UCF, because really those are a part of supporting the Navy activities that are ongoing over at the Research Park as it relates to acquisition of training and training systems for the military. And I should say Navy and Marine Corps activities that are going over there, sea services. Next, we have some, kind of competitive events, physical events, challenges, if you will. We have generally in the spring a 5K, 10K run that takes place in Baldwin Park at the Lone Sailor Memorial, which is the site of the Grinder from the old base. So the Grinder was the place where all the young recruits would do their physical training and practice marching over there. And so we pay homage to that history by starting and finishing the race right there in the shadow of our memorial that we put in place at Baldwin Park. So that's a popular event that brings out somewhere between 300 and 500 folks every year to compete, have fun, do something good for your body, and raise some funds to support our organization and such. This year in the May timeframe, right around Memorial Day, we launched our initial CrossFit challenge. We did the Murph exercise, which is named after Lieutenant Mike Murphy, a Medal of Honor awardee that died trying to get a rescue for his team. If folks have seen the movie Lone Survivor, they know Murph's story, where he went out on the cliff and exposed himself to hostile fire to get a good satellite signal to try to call in a rescue mission for his SEAL team that had been overrun and ambushed. That event is phenomenally hard, but there's ways to modify it and do it and still have a way to remember Mike and all the others that have given their lives out there. So it's 100 pull-ups, followed by 200 push-ups, followed by a 1.5 mile run out there on the front end and the back end of it as well. And so that there's a pretty big challenge there, but if you can't do pull-ups, there's a way to modify it. If you can't run, you can walk, so there's a lot of ways to get out there and do it, to include doing it as a team. This was our first one, and it was very successful and very emotional, as you might imagine. We'll also have in August, we go indoors and do a pickleball tournament. This will be our second iteration of that, and have typically somewhere between 40 and 50 teams out there in mixed doubles. Yeah, absolutely. Competing in pickleball. And the Murph and the pickleball were specifically aimed to get additional demographics, not just the kind of 40s and 50s folks from the industry involved, but also younger folks and older folks that maybe don't have a Navy background, a military background at all. And it's been successful. And then the final events of the year are really centered around the Navy birthday in October, where we have a golf tournament on Friday, and then followed by the Saturday after that, the Navy birthday ball. And I know you've been with us on several of those because you're really good about helping to bring out some of our older veterans to get them there and bring them out to the Navy family and celebrate with us. And so those are our events throughout the course of the year.
And what do you do with the funds that you collect from these different events?
So, back to educate, advocate, and support. The funds are really mostly for our educate line of effort. A little bit on others, but we'll host those socials that I mentioned before with those funds. We support our scholarship program that we give to Sea Cadets and junior ROTC students that are in need and have demonstrated good academic performance, so they can go off and do their next phase of education. And then we'll support other veterans charities such as Wake for Warriors and Camaraderie Foundation in the past, and stuff that provides services to the military community.
Well, I appreciate all you do as well, because I've been coming to the Navy Ball since 2012, and you guys comp the World War II veterans and their escorts, and it's just amazing because they live for it.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people don't realize it, but it means so much to them, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be who we are. They opened the doors for us. So, Tim, I really thank you for letting me interview you again today and letting us know everything about the Navy League in Central Florida and what you provide for veterans and their families.
Hey, Fred, thanks again for having me and letting me talk a little bit about the Navy League and ideally get some more folks involved here in Central Florida.
There are many ways to get involved in the Central Florida Navy League, and you need not have served in the military to become a member. If you'd like more information on anything we discussed today, as well as how you can contribute, go to www.ocfl.net/veterans. That's where you'll be able to find the links and contact information you need. I hope you'll join us again for Operation Outreach, as we will continue to highlight the many programs and services available to military veterans in Central Florida. Until then, I'm Fred Robinson. Take care, and thanks for watching.